Right, so in this video, what we're going to be doing is going through how to scrape Google Maps, our process for actually scraping Google Maps for our clients at Upscale B2B. So basically what we're going to be doing is going through how we scrape a list of companies to contact from Google to generate 15 quote-ready leads for exterior cleaning companies every single month. It's the exact same process that we use. It's the exact same process that we've used to help George, Taran and Bradley win 5-figure contracts through working with us. This is the exact same system that we got them, the businesses, to actually contact. These are 3 of our clients, got over 20 of them now. So over here, there was an £11,850 project, which was 25 blocks of flats, needed render, fascia, and the soffit's clean. Nice job. 10K project over here, and he also won a 4.5K project in that week. Is doing so good, Josh. Has a bit of feedback from them. A 49K new build install over here. These are literally the WhatsApp chats where clients just post happy, just reply to us and say, yeah, we've won this, we've won that, which is absolutely amazing. This could be filled with those screenshots, but we've just stuck with those 3 there. So what we're going to be doing is going through the process now. This is one of the 9 data sources that we use to actually get leads to contact in the email campaigns that we run. So step 1, what we're going to be doing is essentially mapping out every town, city or village in the target area with above a 5,000 population. The reason that we do that is if it's below that, it's probably not worth scraping. There's not going to be very many businesses there. So we found if we keep everything above 5,000 population, we're going to get the best results. We're going to get the most results and actual companies to contact. So what we do, we basically go through the process here, which is like a whole prompt of how we're going to essentially get every nook and cranny to scrape in the client's target area. Let's say you're based in London, for example, you travel, let's say, 20-mile radius outside of London. We scrape every little nook and cranny to basically get the location, and then we can essentially put it into Google Maps to scrape it. So then what we've got this list of locations, and we've got over 4,200 categories and keywords that we scrape Google for. So we need to make we essentially need to make a search for every single one of those. So what we do, we also use ChatGPT again to basically say, searching for the businesses. So let's say the location is Leyland, England. So we need to make all these searches like this. So then what we can do, we can actually just go and scrape Google Maps like this. Leyland Nursery in Leyland, England. That's going to come up with loads of results for us that we can actually, it's going to come back with loads of businesses to contact. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. Let's say, for example, we're scraping painting companies, painters in Dingwall, United Kingdom, painters in Atherstone, United Kingdom. Basically, there's like 796 searches there. So this whole process is going to give us the business, their email, hopefully their email address and website. So the only thing is, right, us going and doing this whole process, we've got over 4,200 searches here. It ends up being a lot more when we scrape every single nook and cranny. This is literally just for one location. It would literally take us so long to do this process manually. So we use a tool called Lead Sniper. We leave this running all the time. We've got multiple VPSs to basically scrape up, and we scrape over 50,000 leads a day at this point for us, for our clients across the board. Essentially, what that's going to do, that goes and scrapes all these searches that we put in, and then it results in a number of leads being scraped. And then what we can do, we can choose the data that we want. If we want the address, we can get that. We want the city, we can get that. We want the description, the summary, the category, the email address, the website, the phone number. We can get all that data that we need. And then what we've got, so let's say there's 30,000 companies here. So now we've got a list of companies, the website, the numbers. Some of them are going to have an email address. Essentially what we're going to do is export this, and then upload it into ChatGPT again. Then we've got a whole new, a full prompt that's going to go through all this data, remove everything that's invalid, remove everything that we don't need, and give us CSV1, which is data with an email address, and CSV2, data that's not got an email address, that's got a website. So then what we could do is then go and scrape, using another tool to actually go and scrape the websites to pull any more email addresses that have been missed from their website. Working on the data with an email address, that's going to be CSV1 like this. Like I said, we have a whole new process for data that's not got an email address, but it has a website. We could do that in another video, but we're just going to stick to doing this one for now because it's a little bit easier. That gets a little more technical than this already is. So what we're going to need to do, we've got a list of email addresses from, let's say, the 30,000 that we have. We might have 7,000 that come back with email address. We're going to be using this as an example. We've got 5,400 emails. What we're going to do is upload those into a tool called Rayoon. Basically, Rayoon is an email verification tool because some of the emails that we get are going to be invalid. We don't want to send emails to them. They're going to be out of date. We're going to get a bounce back, which is going to hurt our email account. So what we do, we upload them into a tool called Rayun, and it gives us safe and role email addresses, which we know they verified the email address and it's safe to send to. So we can send email to the same role. So the only thing is, right, we started off with 5,400 emails, and after the verification process, only ended up with 3,600 to send to. So the list's getting smaller all the time. And then also what we've got is unknown ones that couldn't be verified. So like there's 533 there. So what we do with the unknown ones is download them and take them over to a different verification tool that will try to validate them. And then that resulted in 38 emails being good and safe to send to. So then we add these together. So we combine the safe and raw ones from Rayun and the good ones from Million Verifier. So we've got a list of emails that are safe to send to that we can start to prepare. So the next step in this whole process is going over to clay.com and we're going to normalize the company names. We've got like a full SOP on this whole process, which is like normalizing the company names in Clay. So what we're going to do, upload the list into clay.com. We're going to normalize the company name. What it's going to do, because some of these company names are a little bit silly, like this is all in capitals. This has got like a funny thing in there, which it'll essentially shorten it all down, but it's not perfect all the time. Like for example, this one needs sorting out. That's not correct. There's going to be a couple of others here and there. So what we do is then export it from Clay, download it, and then we essentially go and manually check the company names correct and ready for outreach. If we start sending people an email that look like we email someone and mention it like this, M Wales building, it looks stupid. If I received that email from someone, I'd mark it as spam. So we've got like a whole department doing quality control. This is the lead scraping chat that we've got. You've got there's like 5 people in there. There's 4 that are doing lead scraping full time and essentially doing this process every day, checking the company names are ready for outreach, and then all the other steps in this whole process. So what we've got now is we've got a list of safe, role, and good emails that we can actually send. We can actually start sending emails to. So what we're going to do is basically from Clay, we're going to go manually check the company names, make sure it's done a good job, make sure it's correct. We also use a little bit of ChatGPT for that as well now to speed up the process, because we're doing like 50,000 leads a day at this point. So we need to speed up the process a little bit. So in a nutshell, what we do then, we've got company names cleaned, and now we need to segment them into different campaigns. So for the exterior cleaning companies that we work with, we run loads of different campaigns. We run like a referral campaign, a campaign contacting construction companies, a residential campaign targeting people directly. We run a happy hour campaign contacting like restaurants, dessert places, that sort of stuff. Didn't hide you have a happy hour, just kidding. I'm emailing to see if you need your any pressure washing done or your windows cleaning, for example. We run a spotless windows campaign, a big build campaign going after your hotels, your schools, that sort of stuff, trying to find the right person to contact if we've not already got the point of contact. Outdoor area, cleaning outdoor areas, people, parking space. Could get a lot of people saying, can you come and clean the parking area? Can you come and do this? And just like a general campaign covering everything exterior cleaning. So basically what we need to do, this list that we've got, we split it into all these different campaigns. And then what we're going to do, so we've now split this list again, list getting smaller every time into all these different campaigns. And then what we're going to need to do is some of the emails won't have a first name. So what we need to do is we need to go and find the first name of the person that either A, owns the company, B, the person that we're talking to. Let's say it's James at companyxyz.com. What we're going to do is get the James, and then we're going to mention the first name, because if we don't do that, it doesn't look personalized. If we're emailing someone and we don't mention his first name, it looks terrible. So then we've got a whole process for doing that. The lead scraping people, they manage that whole process as well. We've got a ChatGPT prompt to do that, but there is a manual aspect that needs doing as well. So basically what we've done now, we've cleaned the company names, we've split them into different campaign names, we've got named and unnamed data for each one that's ready to upload, like over here, ready to upload it all into different campaigns. And then they're all ready for upload, give them one last check, make sure everything's correct, everything's in the right one. And then now what we're going to do is essentially, we've done all these 16 steps. It takes a long time, but we've done all these 16 steps, and now what we need to do is literally upload them into the relevant campaigns. Like, for example, we've got these campaigns here. We're going to upload the leads into the correct campaign for the right event. These are just some example campaigns. And then what we do, we launch campaigns, start sending emails, and managing the responses. That's the whole process that we go through to get you a lead list. We do the trials, we do this for clients. It's a big process, but it works really well and gets us some really good results. So over the last 3 months of us sending emails, we've sent over 500,000 emails, a 7% reply rate, and over 3,400 opportunities for our clients. is literally these results that we get are insane. At 7% reply rate, which is a lot of replies. So some of the replies that we get: hi Bethany, did you do gutter cleaning? Well, previously hired a machine, got maintenance staff, but it would be good to compare your quote. Can you do pressure washing for the brickwork, marking the parking spaces? Send me your prices. This company is closed. We started a new company. We need a quote for the pressure washing. And then essentially everything that comes back, everyone that comes back saying, yeah, I need a quote for this, I need a quote for that, that's in our client's area, we pop into the CRM. It's like an AI CRM where everything pops into manually, gets automatically put into these different stages. So everything's all super duper simple to track. And then, yeah, here's our happy client, 50 car parking spaces in a bike shed. The one that we mentioned before, over a 5-figure project. And then if you want help doing any of this process, essentially, if you want us to go and send these emails for you to get you some good results and get you 5 figures of work to price, get you 20 jobs to price every single month, what we can do is essentially run a trial for you. We can run a trial of our services. We're that confident in what we do. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to book a call. What you can do is go and click on that link, book in a call, and see if you're a good fit. See if we can run a trial for you. See if we can implement this same system for you to get you some exterior cleaning job quote. Like I say, links in the description. Thanks for your time.